Okay, so I got a water pump, got the radiator clamped down so it's lined up with the holes, even though they're not lined up side to side, they're lined up front to back. I've got room for a fan, except that it's not going to work because it's too close. Maybe an electric fan down here and get these studs out of the way. And got a ratchet strap and pulled it back as far as I could. Looks like I'm gonna have to notch it there, notch it down in here, and but then I can bolt this up to the frame and position my front mounts. Well, I can probably position the front mounts right now, and then pull the engine out and do my cutting and drilling and everything. So I'll get to that. Meanwhile, I got my motor mount. Where the hell's the other piece? There it is. I'll have to get that put in place better and drill some holes for that and drill them on the other side and get those pieces mounted. So I better start marking stuff off for where I want to cut it, because I definitely have to cut this cross piece because it's getting hung up down underneath here and it won't come all the way up to the frame. And when it does, I'm going to have an interference problem. So don't know where to start, but I'll start somewhere. Let me go find a marker. That would be the first step. And then my yellow paint to, I think, spray this with the yellow so I'll know where to cut this. And well, it seems to be about right. It's back a little bit beyond the center line of the front suspension. So everything is looking good now. Okay, so I've been using a cutoff wheel because I thought it would be neater than we're using a cutting torch. And we got one side off. This side's all done, except I got to finish this cut. Doesn't look like this is going to do me any good, so I'm thinking I'll cut it right there and there. Throw these tabs out. So I don't know if you want to see sparks, but I'll try it. I hope I don't spark up my lens on it. It's getting difficult to hold the camera and do the cutting, so I'm going to shut it off. I think I'm going to shut it off. Where the hell is that? Okay, so I got the engine centered in the frame. Used a jack on that side to get 3.5 inches from here to the frame on both sides. And now, pardon me, I got my tripod and got to mark where that mount's going. And I can't get in there with a marker, so I'll use my, call it the lost paint method, because I got to paint over it so it's going away. And I don't know if I can get at the back. I hope so. But even if I don't, front's good enough for a guide. goes. Alright, so got one side done. I can't get this to balance on a tripod anymore, so I'm going to shut it down. Okay, so I got that side marked pretty good where I want it. Got this side marked with paint. And the next thing to do, I guess, I've got to pull out the engine and the transmission and start mounting those mounts. Alright, since I can't move the engine stand because even with the wheels on it, it doesn't roll very good in the grass, especially with weight on it. So the next best thing is to push the truck backwards, and that seems to be working. Get my tools out of the way so I don't run over them. Something's hanging up. Yeah, the oil pan, I guess, is on the cross member. Get up a little higher. Yeah, that should do it. I don't know what that noise is. But anyway, it's out of the way. So now I gotta drill that out and cut the notches in the frame. Well, I got one bolt in there. Got it somewhat tight. I drilled it first with this 1/8 bolt, 1/8 drill right in the middle. And then, where did it go? I had a step drill here somewhere. Did I, oh, there it is. And I drilled through with this as far as I could. And then with a 3/8 drill, made the hole the rest of the way. So now I got to drill 3 more holes on this side and 4 on the other side. And let's see if I can't get them somewhat centered with a red marker on the yellow paint. Now I gotta undo that bolt. Yeah, now I got 3 more holes to drill. I'll start with the 1/8 inch drill, and from there we'll go to step drill and then the 3/8 drill. Okay, all 4 holes are done. My battery died. I had to switch drills, but I got the holes all drilled, and now I have to get that thing bolted on. But I think my bolts are too short. See, I've got double frame here, and you can see I've only got 1 thread sticking out the other side, so I guess I gotta go get 8 more bolts, and a little bit longer than this. And maybe some nylon lock nuts would be a good idea. And haven't done this side yet, but it's getting late in the day, and I'm supposed to go to a cruise night, the last cruise night of the season, so I don't want to miss it. So I'm going to go get cleaned up and get the old Mustang running and get going out of here, if I can put some of these tools away. Okay, so I went to Lowe's and bought $22 worth of hardware, nuts and bolts, you know, inch and a half bolts, so I can mount that. I was watching a YouTube video this morning. The guy says the reason they give you 4 holes is so you can pick the 2 you want to use. But I don't know if I agree with that. I think what I'll do is I'll probably put in all 4. But Where the heck are the holes? I see them. Nope, that's not going to hold my camera. I'm looking at it there. No, that's not going to hold. I'm going to have to find a tripod. Alright, so I've got to tighten up these 4 bolts. And so that one's in. Now, that piece goes there. Once I get the engine set in place and bolted down, I'm gonna put some welds on there and then unbolt them again, take them inside, weld all the way around, and then put them back. And at that point, I'll probably paint that yellow, paint it black, because I don't like the looks of the yellow paint in there. But well, heck, maybe I can paint it black now. Where's my black paint? Here we go. Semi-gloss black. Move this wire. Not that it matters, I gotta paint it again anyway after I get done welding. But now, to turn my attention to this side, I gotta drill out, I've gotta drill out that, this side for the motor mount. And I don't have as good a mark on this side as I do on the other side. Yeah, so I marked the holes, the bottom one and the top one, but this is right on the edge of the hole, and the other side is not. So I'm gonna respray that with yellow paint, move that hole back a little bit, and move the whole thing back. It's bleeding through. Damn red marker. So I gotta mark it again. Okay, so I moved the hole back to here, from there to here. I guess I'm gonna drill it there, put a bolt through it, and then mark the other 4. Or the 3, I guess I can't count. Okay, so I got 1 bolt in there. That means I can mark the other 3 holes. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out where I want them. And last one, and I don't know, these, I don't know, I hope that's all right. Let me pull that bolt out and see what it looks like. I broke the tip off of my step drill, so the 1/8 inch hole is too small for this thing to go through. So I got this here, I got to open up the holes so I can put the step drill in there. Okay, so now the motor's in. It's not hanging from the hoist anymore. Motor mounts are in. I have to weld this, so I've got to take it apart again to get that welded, and the same with the other side. I got the bolts through, and it seems to fit pretty good. I think I still got the clearance I need for the fan, and it's really tight back here. I think I've got to trim this a little bit more, and the same with that one. So this plate that's holding the transmission, I've got to take that off and sandblast it and paint it, because it looks like crap with all that rust on it. And so I don't know why it doesn't come up the rest of the way, but I'll figure it out and make some clearances and get it where I want it, so I can bolt that plate to the bottom of the frame, and then it'll be done. Motor will be in and mounted, and then it's just a matter of putting it all back together again. Putting the cam and lifters and the timing chain, and what the hell was that? I couldn't roll it forward by hand. I moved it back easily enough, but when it came to moving forward, I couldn't do it, so I used a little bit of Hemi power to push the thing ahead, get everything lined up. So I think that's it for part 2 of my motor mount installation, and I appreciate all the people that subscribed recently and want some more. I can't get enough. Got to have 1,000 subscribers before YouTube starts paying me to do this. I'm not going to get on Patreon and ask for donations. I just want to make some money with the ad revenue from YouTube. So anyway, I've got to bolt that up to the frame, sway bar, and I think I've got to remove this anti-chatter rod that's supposed to hook to the back of the flathead engine to keep it from chuttering when you let the clutch out. And I don't know, I guess I'm done. We'll call that a day and upload part 2 of motor mount installations on a 40 Ford pickup.